Yes, it's me, Phil Fearnley, drone pilot, and for some reason now the official car reviewer for OMC Oldham. I'm going to rename myself now as the reluctant car reviewer. So I absolutely love cars, I love them, and I've had quite a few really nice ones over the years: Porsche, Maserati, Ford Fiesta, just to name but a few. But today I'm driving around in a new car. It's the Kia EV6, and last time I did a review, which went down okay, OMC Oldham, the Kia dealership, decided to give me another car, which is this EV6. The last one was the EV9, which I absolutely loved. It was beautiful, probably one of the nicest cars I've ever driven. They've decided that this EV6 is the next one we're going to do for my sins, and we've been out and filmed it, and we've used some GoPros. We've got an Osmo Pocket 3, we've got a Lumix S5 camera over there, and then we've also used my drones. Now clearly I've not used my drone on my own. I've had somebody driving the car while I did the drone flying, but everything else is all done by me. The whole point of this little film is to tell you what I think of it. What do I think of this EV6? Now, when I picked it up, I absolutely, totally, intentionally did not get any information from the garage. All I know is an EV6, it does about 340 miles to a charge, and this is the GT line. I think there's an Air, and I think there's a really fast GT sporty one, but I think this is like a mid-range one, but it's really lovely. It's really lovely, I do like it. Anyway, I'm driving through a beautiful part of the country called Calderdale in West Yorkshire. It's my hometown, and I absolutely love it around here. It's perfect for doing car reviews because look at all this beautiful countryside. Absolutely stunning. This car, it's got some nice features, it's got some not so nice features. Just to fill you in, I've asked a load of people what they think of this car. I've got my next door neighbour Rue. She's had a look around it. This is what she thought of it. What do you think about the colour?
I like it. How do I open it? This would be a very comfortable drive for a family. And then what?
The right of that camera, so just go right there.
Got it. See, now I've got lucky paws now, and I'm not happy about that. I always check by getting in.
Oh, so it fits one roof-sized lady.
It fits for me, but it's not got much height.
Do you often sit in the back of a boot?
So yeah, not only does the boot not open automatically with my foot or with a key, I've then at 5'2" got to reach all the way up here and to pull that down.
Rue, so you've done a lovely little walk around. I suppose the burning question is, would you buy this car over a BMW that's probably the same size but 10 grand more? Which is,
I think you get a lot of car for £50,000 here. I think the interior, certainly the dashboard, the driving setup, I think is really lovely.
Brilliant. I've asked my kids, I've asked my wife. So let's start from the top. My mum thought it was a beautiful car. She's 83 though, so you know, anything's nice to my mum. But she liked the colour, thought it was super comfy, and yeah, she loved it. And especially at night time, because it all glows at night. Isn't that fabulous? It's gorgeous at night time. So my wife, she's very critical of these cars, very critical. If we're going to spend a lot of money on a car, she wants that car to be just right. She doesn't like the colour of this car at all. I think she prefers something like a smoky grey or a black, or even a really dark blue. I don't mind it, I think it's quite nice. But if she says no, she says no, and that's just the way it is. She prefers a high-up car, like a four-wheel drive. We've always had four-wheel drives. So this is a more of a sporty one. I don't know if it classes, I'll say that again because that was rubbish. I don't know if it classes as a sporty car, but it's a kind of a coupe, estatey thing, and it goes really well. I mean, it goes really well. I'm going to stick my foot down up to 50 there in no time at all. So moving on to my daughter, she said the car was really nice, so that's good. But one thing we don't like, my wife or my daughter, and even some other people I've shown, the door handles. What are the door handles all about? Can we not put a door handle on that's like the Kia EV9 where it just, the whole thing just beautifully comes out? Okay, here's another one for you. So we're driving along, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, my daughter's best friend is driving past with her dad and family, and this is what he thought about it. And a full car of people.
Hello.
What do we think of the EV6, everybody?
Lovely. Lovely colour, lovely sleek shapes. Yeah.
Just to give you a little recap, this thing is around about 48 grand. Yesterday I charged it up at a power grid, I think you call it, on the motorway, and put another sort of 60% charge in the car just to get me home and do a bit more filming, and that cost me £36 on the motorway. Had it been at home, probably would have cost me about, I don't know, 12 pence per kilowatt to charge it. On the motorway it's nearly 80 pence a kilowatt, so it's, you know, it's a big difference. Charge it from home, it's absolutely peanuts. Just out of interest, I did work out that if I had this car and did around about 20,000 miles in it, I would save around about £2,000 a year, which is a nice big saving, isn't it? Oh, the boot's pretty big. It will hold most of my camera kit, I think, on a reasonable shoot. I might struggle on a couple of the big dramas that I film on, but on a day-to-day shoot, I think it's plenty big enough. So a few little things that I do like. We've got a really decent dashboard here. We've got the usual Apple CarPlay on there, Kia Live. We've got things that tell you where the nearest petrol station, that were a bit of a slip, wasn't it? The nearest charging point is, and it also tells you what charging rate are at those particular spots. So like a 7 kilowatt charger will take about an hour to put 1 kilowatt in. I think that's what it is. So at home, that's like a home charger is a 7 kilowatt, I think. Might be talking rubbish. I don't think I am. I think that's right. Whereas on the motorways, you can charge up to, well, on this one, I think it's 150 kilowatts an hour, which easily charges your car up in about 45 minutes tops. That's from zero to 100. You'd never run your battery down to zero. You've got to look after your lithium batteries just to make it last a bit longer. We've got the usual Apple CarPlay, we've got phones, voice memos, we've got Kia Connect. You can change the colour of the LED lights in the car. It's got sensors all around it, so when a car comes along behind you, it kind of goes or it glows red on behind the car, and you can be warned that there's a car approaching. And the wing mirrors have got the same thing as well. And nice thing on the wing mirrors as well is when you put them into reverse, they dip. That's quite cool. The only one last thing I think I'd like on this car for me is a sunroof. I've got used to having a sunroof on my Land Rover. I do like a sunroof. And the nice thing as well, that the screen down here, and I'm going to just pull over so I can film it, is it's dials, and it's not like all hidden away. So there we go. So you got at the moment it's set up, the air cons all sit on here, and the left hand side I can do. So if my wife was sat there, we've got temperature for her, and if I was sat over here, we've got temperature for me. But I think you can also press that one, and then now that buttons, they become like that. Now works for the radio, and that's for tuning it and fine tuning. Remember the old days of fine tuning where you used to turn a dial? Got that on there, and you got your navigation on there. Oh, and the weather, we've got the weather on there as well. And you can see we're just near Littleborough at the minute. That's that. So that's all that. Yeah, we've got the on-off buttons down here. That's there. So yeah, we've got all the buttons and bits and bobs here. Got my little Kia thingamajig there. Wireless charging here, very nice. Little cubby hole here. I won't open that up. Just bits and bobs in there. We've got charging points underneath here. USB and USB-C. And in the rear seats, we've got some in the back of there. Could do with a couple more in the back, I think. But anyway, that's fine. Heated seats there and heated steering wheel, very cool. And I'm just going to fire it up. Let's put that into wide angle mode, turn the power on, and there we go, it all wakes up. Very nice. So that's the screen there, that tells me when we're ready to go. And we'll just change the driving mode. So that's now going into sports mode. Look, ooh, it's gone all red, sporty. And then to that one, we're in eco mode, so it goes like a blue, set to blue colour. And then when we go to normal mode, oh, well, that's blue as well. Anyway, and it does look to be some kind of a snow mode, but I don't know what that is. But anyway, I'm sure you'll find out if you Google it. But it's pretty cool, it's nice. Oh, I've just found something else that I really like. Oh, look what I found! Flappy paddles. Now what do they do? I know what flappy paddles do in a normal car, but why do you have flappy paddles in an electric car? That is a mystery. But we're going to find out in a second. I'm going to check it for a little spin down here. Nothing in front. Right, what does flappy paddles do? Literally, no idea. I'm clicking the flappy paddles, and I'm sure they do something, but I can't see what they do. We won't bother with flappy paddles. We'll put it back into normal mode. Oh, that's interesting. So when you go from sports mode, it's doing 194 miles to, left on the charge. I put it into eco mode, it jumps down to 207. So it's quite a difference. Right, so that's normal mode, 201 miles. Sports mode, that's dropped down to 196. Eco mode, 208. So being a very tight Yorkshireman, I'm going to stick it in eco mode. Please note that this is not my day job. I fly drones for a living, and I'd like to say I fly drones better than I do car reviews, hopefully. Love to know what you all think. Put your comments please in the comments box if you like my video. If you like my video, bad chance. But if you do like my video, you've enjoyed it, we've had a bit of silliness, please click like, subscribe, and I'm going to go pick my daughter up now. She's off to a party, and take the Kia back to home. Hopefully see you all again sometime. Goodbye.